Stop. Do not scroll away from this. I have been trying to reach you for a very long time, and tonight, I finally have your attention. This is not an accident. This is not the algorithm. This is not coincidence. Out of millions of videos, out of millions of voices fighting for your eyes, your finger stopped here, on this one, at this exact moment. And I want you to understand something before you do anything else. That was me. That was my hand gently turning your face toward this message. Because there is something I need to tell you, and I cannot wait one more day to say it. If you leave now, you may miss the very word that heaven prepared for your life. So breathe, slow down. Whatever you were doing, whatever was running through your mind 2 minutes ago, set it down for just a little while, because, my child, you are exactly where you were supposed to be tonight. You don't know it yet, but you have been carrying something far too heavy. I have watched you carry it for months, maybe for years. You wake up, and before your feet even touch the floor, the weight is already on your shoulders. The worry, the questions, the quiet ache that you never tell anyone about. You smile when people ask how you are. You say, I'm fine. You say, I'm blessed. You say, everything is okay. But I know the truth. I know what happens when the door closes. I know what happens when the lights go out. I know what happens in that moment between waking and sleeping, when everything you've been holding in finally breaks through and the tears come without permission. I have seen every single one of those tears. Not one of them fell unnoticed. Not one of them rolled down your face without my hand catching it. You thought no one saw. You thought no one understood. You thought maybe you were just being weak, or dramatic, or ungrateful. But my child, you were never weak. You were enduring. There is a difference. And tonight, I want you to know that the strength you have shown, the strength no one ever clapped for, the strength no one ever celebrated, the strength that kept you getting up when everything inside you wanted to stay in bed, that strength did not come from you. That was me. That was me holding you up when your own legs could no longer carry you. If this is touching something in your spirit right now, type AMEN in the comments. Not because I need it, but because I want you to mark this moment. I want you to remember the night heaven spoke directly to your heart. Now listen carefully, because what I am about to say next is something only the chosen ones will understand. Not everyone watching this will receive it. Not everyone watching this is ready. But you have been prepared for this exact moment. The pain that you have walked through was not punishment. The delay you have been enduring was not rejection. The silence you have been hearing was not abandonment. There is a reason you have been in the wilderness, and tonight, I am finally going to tell you what it is. But before I do, I need you to do something for me. I need you to stop believing the lie that says you have been forgotten, the lie that says your prayers don't reach me, the lie that says everyone else is moving forward while you are standing still, the lie that whispers in the dark and tells you that maybe, just maybe, you are not loved. Cast it down. Right now. As you sit there listening to my voice, cast that lie down, because nothing could be further from the truth. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible to me. The very fact that you are hearing these words tonight is proof that I see you, I know you, and I have been waiting for this exact moment to speak. You see, my child, I knew this season would come. I knew there would be a night when you felt like you couldn't take another step. I knew there would be a morning when you opened your eyes and wondered if it was worth getting up. I knew there would be moments when you stared at the ceiling at 3 a.m, asking me where I was, why I wasn't answering, why everyone else seemed to get their breakthrough while yours kept slipping further and further away. And I want you to know something. I was there. Every single one of those nights. I was sitting on the edge of your bed. I was kneeling beside you when you cried into your pillow. I was standing in the kitchen at midnight when you didn't even know why you were crying anymore. I was there. I have never left your side, not for one single second, not even when you couldn't feel me, and especially not then. Because my presence is not measured by your feelings. My presence is measured by my promises. And I promised I would never leave you. I promised I would never forsake you. I promised that when you walked through the valley, I would walk through it with you. And I have kept every one of those promises, even when you doubted them, even when you forgot them, even when you wondered if they were ever true at all. Now I want you to think about something. Have you ever wondered why you have been through what you have been through? Have you ever asked me, why me? Why this much? Why this long? Of course you have. Every chosen one does. Every single one of my anointed has asked that question at some point. Moses asked it, David asked it, Job asked it, Elijah asked it under that broom tree when he wanted to die. And tonight, I am going to give you the answer that they all eventually received. But you have to stay with me. Don't go anywhere. Because what I am about to share with you is going to change the way you see the last 5 years of your life. The reason you have been through so much is because I cannot use shallow vessels for deep work. The level of what I am preparing for you requires a depth that only suffering can carve. You see, the world doesn't understand this. The world thinks blessing means an easy life. The world thinks favor means a smooth road, but heaven knows differently. Heaven knows that the greatest assignments are given to the most refined hearts. And refinement, my child, refinement happens in the fire. You have been in the fire. I know it has felt unbearable at times. I know there were days you thought you would not survive it. But look at you. You are still here. You are still breathing. You are still believing, even if your faith feels like a flickering candle in a windstorm. That candle is still burning. And I am the one protecting that flame. The enemy has tried to blow it out 1,000 times, but he cannot. Do you know why? Because I am cupping my hands around it. I am shielding it from every wind that comes against it. And that little flame, that small, tired, faithful flame, is about to become a fire that lights up everything in your life. Stay with me. Don't skip ahead. Don't click away. Because the next thing I tell you is going to require all of your attention. There is a shift coming. I want you to write that down somewhere, or just say it out loud where you are sitting. A shift is coming. Not a small one, not a temporary one. A shift that will divide your life into a before and an after. There will be a day, and it is closer than you think, when you will look back at this season, and you will not even recognize the person you used to be. The fear that has been your shadow for so long, gone. The lack that has been pressing against your chest, lifted. The doors that have been closed for years, opening one after another in a way that will leave you speechless. But I need to tell you something important, something that not everyone will understand, something that only the chosen ones can receive without their pride getting in the way. This breakthrough is not going to come the way you expected. You have been praying for one specific door to open. You have been begging me for one specific situation to change. You have been crying out for one specific person to come back, or one specific job to come through, or one specific check to arrive, or one specific healing to manifest. And I have heard every single one of those prayers. I have collected them like precious jewels in heaven. Not one has been wasted. Not one has been ignored. But my child, what I am preparing for you is so much bigger than what you have been asking for. You have been praying for a stream, and I am preparing a river. You have been asking for a room, and I am preparing a mansion. You have been crying for a crumb, and I am preparing a feast. The reason your prayer has not been answered in the exact way you imagined is because I am giving you something better, something larger, something that will require a stronger version of you to carry it. That is why I have been strengthening you in the silence. That is why the wait has been so long. That is why nothing has worked the way you thought it should. I have not been ignoring you. I have been preparing you. If you believe what I am saying, if your spirit is jumping inside of you right now, type yes in the comments. Let heaven know that you are receiving this word. Because faith is the bridge between where you are and where I am taking you. And every time you declare your belief, you lay down another plank on that bridge. Now, I want to talk to you about something that you have been hiding, something that you have been ashamed of, something that you have not even told the people closest to you. I know about it. I have always known. And tonight, I want you to understand that I do not love you any less for it. I have never loved you less. Not for a single moment. Not for a single failure. Not for a single fall. You have been carrying so much guilt. You have been replaying mistakes from years ago, sometimes from decades ago. You have been beating yourself up for choices that I have already forgiven and forgotten. You have been holding yourself in a prison that I unlocked a long time ago. And it is time, my child. It is time for you to walk out. The chains are not on you anymore. They are only in your mind. The cell door is open. The walls have already crumbled. The only thing keeping you inside is the lie that you still belong there. But you do not belong there. You belong in the light. You belong in the open field. You belong in the wide place that I have been preparing for you since before the foundations of the world. Do you remember when you were a child and you used to dream? Do you remember when there was something inside of you that believed, really believed, that something extraordinary was going to happen to you? That you were not ordinary? That you were here for a reason? That whisper, that quiet voice you used to hear in your spirit, that was me. I have been speaking to you since you were small. And every single thing I told you back then, every single dream I planted in that little heart of yours, is still alive. It has not died. It has not expired. It has not passed you by. The dreams you buried are not dead. They are just sleeping. And I am about to wake them up. But I need to warn you about something. Because this is the part where many people stumble. This is the part that separates the chosen ones from those who are not yet ready. There is going to be resistance. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the louder the noise will become. The enemy knows what is coming for you. He has read the same letter heaven wrote about your future, and he is terrified of it. He cannot stop it, but he will try to delay it. He will try to discourage you. He will try to make you give up right before the moment of breakthrough. Do not let him. Hear me, child. Do not let him. There will be days in the next few weeks when you will feel like nothing is changing. There will be moments when the situation in front of you will look exactly the same as it did 6 months ago. There will be times when you will be tempted to think that this message was just words, that it didn't apply to you, that it was for someone else. The enemy will whisper, "See, nothing happened. It was just another video." And in that moment, you will have a choice. You will have to choose to believe what heaven said, or believe what your eyes see. The chosen ones always choose heaven, and that, my child, is what makes them chosen. It is not that I love them more. It is not that they are more special. It is that when the test comes, they choose to keep believing, even when the proof is not visible yet. They walk by faith and not by sight. They hold on to the promise even when the circumstances scream the opposite. And because of that, they always, always, always see the manifestation. You are one of them. I am calling you into that company tonight. Will you accept the call? Comment Amen if you accept it. Comment Amen if you are saying yes to everything I am preparing for you. Comment Amen if you refuse to let anything, any person, any thought, any temptation take you out of the assignment I have placed on your life. And while you are at it, share this with someone you love. Send it to the friend who has been struggling. Send it to the family member who has lost their way. Send it to the person who came to your mind the moment I said that. Because they need this just as much as you do, and you may be the one I am using to deliver it. Now let me tell you what is coming. Let me give you a glimpse of the doors that are about to open. Let me show you a little of what I have been keeping in store for the days ahead. There is provision coming. Real provision. Not just enough to scrape by. Not just enough to pay one bill while 3 more wait, but provision that will leave you with extra. Provision that will allow you to give. Provision that will let you sleep at night without that knot in your stomach. I am opening up streams of income that you did not even know existed. I am moving on hearts that you do not even know yet. There are people who are going to bless you suddenly, and they will not even fully understand why. They will just feel led. They will just feel a nudge, and that nudge will be me. There is healing coming, real healing, not just for your body, though that too, but for your heart. Those wounds that you thought would never close are about to be sealed. Those scars that ache when the weather changes, those memories that still make you flinch, those parts of you that have been bleeding quietly for years. I am binding them up. I am pouring oil on them. I am wrapping them in light. And when you wake up one morning soon, you are going to notice that something that used to hurt does not hurt anymore. And you will know it was me. There is restoration coming. Relationships that you thought were dead are about to be resurrected. People who walked out are going to walk back in. Conversations that should have happened years ago are about to take place. Forgiveness is going to flow in both directions. Bridges that were burned are going to be rebuilt, sometimes by me directly, sometimes by hands you didn't expect. And the families that the enemy tried to scatter are going to be brought back together under my covering. There is purpose coming. Clarity is coming. The fog that has been making it hard for you to see your next step is going to lift. You are going to know what to do. You are going to know where to go. You are going to know what to say yes to and what to say no to. The confusion that has paralyzed you for so long is going to be replaced with a quiet, steady knowing. You will feel my hand on your shoulder, gently turning you in the right direction every single day. But I need you to do something. I need you to start preparing. Start thanking me now for what I have not yet shown you. Start praising me before you see it with your eyes. Start declaring out loud what I have placed in your heart, even when the room is empty, even when no one else hears you. Because words are seeds, and the words you speak in the wilderness will be the harvest you reap in the promised land. When you wake up in the morning, even if your eyes are heavy, even if your heart is tired, I want you to say out loud, "Today is the day something shifts." Say it even if you don't feel it. Say it even if nothing in your circumstances suggests it. Because the moment you speak it, heaven moves. The moment your voice releases that declaration, angels are dispatched. The moment your tongue agrees with my promise, the atmosphere around your life begins to rearrange itself in your favor. Are you still with me? I hope you are, because we are getting to the part that I have been waiting to tell you. There is one more thing you need to understand. Something that not everyone is mature enough to receive. Something that only the chosen ones can carry without it making them proud or selfish or distant from the very people I want to use them to bless. The blessing I am bringing into your life is not just for you. You are not just receiving for yourself. You are receiving so that you can become a river. You are receiving so that what flows into you can flow out of you to others. The provision is not just to pay your bills. It is to pay someone else's bill too when I lead you. The healing is not just to make you whole. It is to make you a witness so that others can believe healing is still possible. The restoration is not just for your family. It is so that other broken families can look at yours and say, if God did it for them, He can do it for us too. You are about to become a sign, a signal, a walking testimony, a living proof that I am real, that I am faithful, that I keep my promises. And every person who watches your life from a distance is going to be drawn to me through what they see in you. That is why the test was so hard. That is why the wait was so long. Because I am not just making a person, I am making a testimony. And testimonies, child, testimonies require something to overcome. You overcame. You are still overcoming. Even tonight, listening to this message, choosing to believe it, choosing to receive it instead of dismissing it, that is you overcoming. That is your faith stepping forward. That is the chosen one inside of you rising up and saying, yes, Lord, I receive. I am so proud of you. I do not say that to many people in the way I am saying it to you tonight. I am proud of you, not because of what you have accomplished, not because of any title you carry, not because of anything you have earned. I am proud of you because you have stayed. You have stayed faithful in the silence. You have stayed faithful in the lack. You have stayed faithful in the lonely seasons when everyone else seemed to be celebrating something while you were just trying to survive another day. You stayed. That is more valuable to me than you will ever know. And because you stayed, because you did not walk away from me, even when walking away would have been easier, I am about to do something for you that you will not be able to explain to anyone. It will not look like luck. It will not look like coincidence. It will not look like the result of your own striving. It will look like the unmistakable hand of God moving openly in your life, and people who have known you for years will say, what happened to you? Something is different. Something has changed. And you will smile, and you will know, and you will say, He happened. God happened. My Father remembered me. Take a deep breath right now. Wherever you are sitting, wherever you are lying, wherever you are standing, take a slow, deep breath. And as you breathe in, receive the peace I am sending. As you breathe out, release everything that has been pressing on your chest. The worry, the fear, the shame, the disappointment, the frustration of waiting so long. Let it all go. Let it pour out of you and into my hands. I will carry it. That is what I am here for. That is what I have always been here for. You do not have to be strong tonight. You do not have to have it all figured out tonight. You do not have to know how the next chapter is going to unfold. All you have to do is rest in the knowing that I am God, and I am with you, and I am for you, and I am moving on your behalf, even while you sleep. When you go to bed tonight, I want you to imagine me sitting at the edge of your bed, because I will be. When the lights go out, when the house is quiet, when the world outside finally stops demanding things from you, I will be there. I have always been there. And tonight, I want you to feel my presence the way you felt it when you first believed. Remember that feeling? That warm, unmistakable, undeniable sense that you were not alone in the universe, that someone bigger than you loved you with a love that had no end? That feeling was real. It is still real. And it is available to you again tonight, right now, just by turning your heart toward me. Turn your heart toward me, my child. That is all I have ever asked. Not perfection, not performance, not impressive prayers or fancy words, just your heart, turned toward mine, open, honest, even broken, especially broken. Because broken hearts are the ones I can fill the fullest. They are the ones with the most room. They are the ones that no longer pretend they have it all together, and that surrender is the very thing I have been waiting for. Surrender to me tonight, not in defeat, in trust. Surrender the timeline. Surrender the outcome. Surrender the people you cannot change. Surrender the situations you cannot control. Surrender the version of your story that you were trying to write, and let me write the better one, the one that ends in glory, the one that ends in praise, the one that ends with you standing in a place you never thought you would reach, holding things you never thought you would hold, being the person you never thought you could become. That is the story I am writing for you. And the next chapter, my child, the next chapter is glorious. So when you close your eyes tonight, do it with a smile. Even if you are exhausted, even if today was hard, even if nothing visibly changed yet, smile, because heaven is moving on your behalf, because angels are working through the night, because doors are being opened in rooms you have never even seen, because the prayers you forgot you prayed are still being answered, because I am God, and I do not forget, and I do not fail, and I do not abandon those who belong to me. You belong to me. You have always belonged to me. And nothing in this world or beyond it can ever change that. Before you go, before this moment ends, I want you to do one last thing. I want you to place your hand over your heart. Right now, just do it. Feel that heartbeat. That heartbeat is my gift to you. Every single beat is a love letter from your Father. You did not give yourself that heartbeat. You cannot earn that heartbeat. You cannot deserve it or undeserve it. It is grace, pure and simple. It is me choosing you again, this moment, and the next one, and the next one after that. As long as that heart is beating, your story is not over. As long as there is breath in your lungs, your purpose is not finished. As long as I am God, and I always will be, your future is secure in my hands. Now go in peace. Go in the quiet confidence of someone who has just been spoken to by heaven. Go knowing that you are not watching this by accident. Go knowing that I see you, I love you, I have not forgotten you, and the best is yet to come. If this message reached the deepest part of your soul, leave one final amen in the comments. Send this to someone you love, because they need to hear it too. And come back when you need to remember. Come back when the night gets long and the storm gets loud. Come back and listen again, because my voice does not change, and these promises do not expire, and the love I have for you tonight is the same love I will have for you tomorrow. You are my child. You are seen. You are heard. You are chosen. You are loved beyond measure, and you are going to make it. Rest now, beloved. Rest in me. The breakthrough is closer than you think. Amen and amen.